We saw the first women's T20 match during the IPL held last year, but it was an afternoon start and it didn't quite draw in the crowds that one would have liked to see. Is the solution to try and host these games in the evening and in prime time, and that way the eyeballs will follow?
Well, that also could be a way to look at it, because we also started the T20 World Cup in a similar fashion, trying to have double headers, a match before the men cricketers. But yes, when it is summer season in India, usually people don't turn out to watch the matches in the afternoon because it's peak summer and too hot for people to watch the game. So I think maybe late evening, if the matches are scheduled, maybe people will turn out to the stadiums. But then that game, I think that one-off exhibition match, I heard the viewership was far more than people turning out to the stadium. That itself shows that people are interested to watch women's league if it starts.
We are told towards building up to a women's IPL in the near future, but you have gone on the record in the past to say that a tournament like that is not viable because there isn't perhaps a large enough talent pool of Indian players. Does that still hold true?
Well, I was asked about the IPL sort of a league 3-4 years back. Back then, I felt that we as women's cricket in India still needs to grow, still needs to spread that awareness among people, attract people to follow women's cricket. But now, after the World Cup, after the One Day World Cup, I've seen how people are so interested to follow the national side, the performance of the team, and even the profiling of each and every player has improved since then. And I only think that we should start, even though if we don't have a pool of players, we should start small, maybe 3 or 4 teams, and try to have a double leg, so that it will at least create a base. Maybe in another 2-3 seasons we might improve and increase the participation of teams. But at some point we need to start, because it not only helps players to interact with the other players and create a very positive or competitive environment, but also it helps the domestic players who look up to their their idols or the inspirations, and they also try to learn. So this will help to improve the domestic standard, which also will help to have second string, which we are at the moment struggling, because we don't really have India A or under 19s or under 23s touring regularly as in the men's. So it is important that if we have leagues like this, say an under 23 player or a player who's just a step below representing the country will also gain exposure.